like, let's say I have one, right? I'm supposed to put him over her when I don't even know him. Why am I adding some random man to have a position of authority if I'm in a relationship when I don't even know God? I never even met him. Like, I would know my significant other, like in this hypothetical situation, but I don't know. But I don't know God. I never even met him. My significant other, she never even met him either. We don't know God. Yet we're supposed to put him above each other when we never even met him. And something that I've heard people, I saw someone with BPD say this, is that when you have a favorite person and you have BPD, you're putting a person above God. And while I definitely agree that the attachment that we have when we have a favorite person is extremely unhealthy and that, you know, we need therapy for it.
Okay. Before she finishes that sentence, let's just let that admission sit for a moment, right? So she recognizes the problem with what I was saying a moment ago, right? With elevating a person to where God should be in your life. Okay. Yeah. I mean, again, I understand why this doesn't make any sense. You know, this young lady has no sense of what Christianity teaches. Probably because there are no stakes in her life, right? There is no concept of sin in this lady's reality. There's no concept of heaven and hell, right? In her mindset, right? Like, who knows what she thinks about the supernatural realm? I don't know. But because she operates without these concepts, well, then there's nothing really at stake. So, of course, it makes no sense, right? But the question is, what if she's wrong? What if there really is a supernatural realm?
Like, at the same time, you know, because two things can be true at once, I don't think we should have to put God before anybody that we're close with.
What if God and Jesus and heaven and hell are all real, though? You know what I mean? Like, how would she determine this? Would she continue to remain jacked into the Matrix and gain more TikTok followers with all her content? Or should she go engage with some Christians who can help her recognize what she's missing? You know? The fact is, Jesus was a real person. And he did claim to be God in the first century. But then guess what? He rose again from the dead in order to prove that he was. And I know a number of you in the audience, we can make these kinds of arguments. We can have this kind of conversation. We can offer these proofs to this young lady, but I suspect that she's not ready to hear any of it. And it's not because my arguments are insufficient. It's because she loves her lifestyle too much to let it go. The Bible shows us the psychology behind rejecting God, ladies and gentlemen, and it has very little to do with hearing insufficient arguments and, you know, everything to do with loving sin. Look at this, verse 19. This is the judgment. John 3, verse 19. The light has come into the world, and here it is. People loved the darkness rather than the light because their works were evil. This is Jesus speaking to Nicodemus, and he's absolutely right. It's not like we're just a bunch of intellectuals, you know, and we're sitting around with our legs crossed in the smart way, right? Having a morally neutral discussion about metaphysics. No, as it turns out, we Christians are sinners who have been forgiven, trying to convince other sinners to let go of their sin and follow Jesus. A lot of people will not do that without putting up a fight.
My last point that I'm going to bring is the fact that a lot of people who are Christian are pieces of not saying all of them, but it's like, you'll drink, you'll lie, you'll cheat, you'll steal, and you'll be like, oh, but I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior, so I'm saved, I'll be fine. And I have morals because I'm a Christian. So they use their religion to be a piece of Oh my God, bro. I can't even with all this, okay? I swear to God. A lot of you need help, and a lot of you are in a cult, and you don't even realize it. And I already know someone's going to comment being all like, oh, may God forgive her. Oh my God, bro. I already know I'm going to get those comments. May God forgive her. Jesus Christ is Lord. You guys really need to look into what I'm saying.